An individual's reboot scenario does not contain only predictions. It also contains the person's commitment to following through. Once the third stage of writing a scenario and the execution of the action plan become a habit, we as individuals can also see the moment when the present meets the future. No future is created just by imagination. You can perfect your life-saving scenario only by going through a series of failures and constant modifications. When you attempt something that you've never done before, failures give you a way to judge the soundness of your scenario. Once you begin to execute it, you can tell instantly if your plan is good or bad. The result of your execution can be either a failure or a success, but whichever it is, looking back at it can be the best way to identify what you need to modify in your next scenario. In 2013, when I wrote the book M.K. Kim's Dream On, I said that a dream must be born out of deprivation. Now we must make a move not because we are deprived, but because we are desperate. We might not have as much time as we think. We must sit down and start writing a scenario immediately. Our imagination must be as wild as the post-coronavirus world. As we utilize the 4 reboot formulas to identify the things we need to keep and add to, as well as those that are likely to change and those that are likely to remain the same. We must make specific to-do lists, act immediately, and keep moving forward, one step at a time, while continuously modifying our strategies. By repeating this process infinitely, we will come to discover the best way to reboot ourselves post-coronavirus. Chapter 11. Rebooting power comes from chasing. Not long ago, I started an event titled English Challenge with MK Kim on Instagram. It was a 5-week challenge in which my followers were asked to split the 7.5-minute TED speech of Angela Lee Duckworth, the author of Grit, into smaller clips. They were then to listen to the clips repeatedly for 5 weeks until they had memorized the entire speech by heart. When I invited my Instagram followers to take the challenge, nearly 1,000 followers signed up for it. About 2 weeks passed after we started the challenge. A few comments left by my followers caught my attention. I just found out about this English challenge. Is it too late for me to join? Is it possible for me to start now? I wanted to sign up for it when it first started, but I didn't because I was too lazy. Now it's almost halfway into the challenge, and I guess it's too late to join. The most common fear of most people was being behind others. It was just 2 weeks late, or 1 month for some latecomers, and I couldn't understand why they were so concerned about being late. I thought hard about this for a long time. I wanted to be useful and motivational for all these people who felt concerned that they were behind. I kept coming back to the word chase. I wanted to tell them about chasing. I wrote, "Let me tell you a technique that will help you realize your dreams. Tell yourself that it's never too late. Take the first step and start chasing." Of course, sometimes you feel nervous and anxious. That's how I felt when I started studying English when I was over 55. The fastest shortcut to win a challenge is to start chasing it right now. The rebooting power comes from full-speed chasing. I picked the word chase because about 99% of the people in the world are chasers. I've been a chaser all my life myself. I've never been ahead of others in anything I did. It was the same in my career as a motivational speaker. When I started making speeches in company settings in the 1990s, there were already numerous motivational speakers. There were speakers specializing in every subject: time management, workplace etiquette, image making, leadership, and communication, and they had already cemented their reputations in the industry. I always started one step behind others. I always had to chase those who were running ahead of me. I have had to chase one goal after another, be it succeeding in my career as a motivational speaker or as a YouTube creator. Why do people think it's too late if they haven't started from the same place as others? Why do they feel defeated before they even start? Why can't they define the day that they make a resolution and start working on it as their own day one? Comparing your day one to that of others only makes beginning that much harder. You should never hesitate or feel defeated at the starting line, just because you came later than others. It is normal to start as a chaser when there are already millions of dots laid out before you. Don't push yourself to be the first dot or one of the first 10 out of several millions. That doesn't happen in life. If you want to reboot, you must become a hell-bent chaser.